Hi everyone. Today's Sunday the 22nd. Just a little quick update, generally bring you up to speed what's going on. Let's start off with the map as usual. Most of our troops at this point, from what I can see, are uh, gathering at the northern end of the Gaza Strip, probably planning to use the Erez crossing point, which would be, heavy duty enough to move that kind of weight, that kind of those kind of armored vehicles through it. So that's where they're stationed at the meantime. Um, I drew this line to show you that a missile that would arrive from the western reaches of Iran to central Israel would be about 1,000 kilometers, a mere 600 miles. Remember, there were missiles that left, the Karen, the USS Karen, intercepted missiles, the kinds of Iranian missiles that can travel well over that distance in the Red Sea. So another development that I want to make you aware of. Early this morning, it was announced quietly. I mean, who's reading the news at 6 in the morning? That several series, or at least one battery, which is about an $800 million installation per battery, of THAAD air defense systems. That's Theater High Altitude Area Defense Systems. What these are is the land-based version of those missiles that are on the Arleigh Burke destroyers. I had mentioned recently that those Arleigh Burke destroyers are armed to the teeth. They're able to monitor and control incoming up to 200 targets and friendly and enemy craft, subsurface, above surface, in the air, and they have very, very effective missiles on board to protect that airspace that they're able to see and manage. And so more of that, I assume it's either came from Jordan or Iraq, and I mean, I don't know how it could get here as soon as it did without having come through those places. The northern villages and hamlets, including the city of Kiryat Shmona, have been evacuated. So that's adding to the internal refugee problem in Israel. We've got 26, probably another 2,000 or 3,000. Maybe close to 30,000 internal refugees. And we'll deal with that in a moment when we see the tremendous efforts being made to assist them. Food and supplies, water and medical equipment is arriving through the Rafah crossing from Egypt and Saudi Arabia and Jordan. The USS Gerald R. Ford carrier strike group is situated around here approximately. In about 10 days, the Eisenhower carrier strike group will be situated here. That's going to give us something between, 12 and 20 of those Arleigh Burke destroyers, giving us plenty of coverage here. And, not only from what rains down from Lebanon, but also from what may rain down from Iran. So that's encouraging news. I just want to flip quickly to the social and what's happening socially. The society is mobilizing. This was in English a moment ago. I'll just make it in English for you so you can browse it. Here we go. So it's a translation, but this organizing activities for little kids to, because there's no school. The kids are at home. Their parents are, and the economy is ostensibly functioning. So, minus 360,000 reservists. So everybody's left on the job has to work harder. And I just want to explain just briefly what all these needs are. Some people have said, well, what isn't the IDF doesn't have this stuff? Oh, you'd be surprised because most of the stuff we're collecting for at least the soldiers, and we'll talk about, as well as the evacuees, is a reflection of the fact that they fled. The evacuees fled their homes. They didn't have much to take with them at all. Soldiers, many of them didn't even go to their homes, and those that did just immediately went to the units. They didn't take their usually, their Miluim bag with all their personal stuff and all that stuff. No, they didn't. They just rushed to the units, and that was the end of it. So they're short all that stuff. They didn't bring enough toothpaste or toothbrushes or underwear or socks or the kind of stuff that a reserve soldier always brings with them. So toilet paper, all that stuff. And the kind of chazarai, nasharai food you see is because it's high caloric and you don't have to cook it. Keep in mind that we were caught off guard. The IDF can serve its 165,000 standing army soldiers daily, 3 times a day, and more. But it wasn't. Can't just gear up overnight, especially under a surprise attack conditions, to feed another 365,000 reservists that are called up and immediately appeared with the units on. You know, it was amazing how quickly the military responded. And so the IDF can't just gear up. That's like a 220% increase in no time. They can't gear up for that kind of feeding operation. So the citizenry is handling it themselves, believe it or not. And they're doing an amazing job. They're keeping the morale up, and that's just as important as the food itself. And I just want to brush through some of these tremendous causes. Students tutoring other people how to provide emotional support, which is a lot of. This one kills me. A chain of optometrists provided sunglasses to guys that just didn't have them, didn't bring them. Yochi also, he had to buy an expensive pair. You know, people that are special units, certainly out in sea, need very, very intense sunglasses. They're giving them away free, whatever they need, and contact lenses and regular glasses. Just the society is mobilizing. Nobody's asking any questions, and nobody's getting greedy. Here's a command center for pregnant mothers and nursing mothers to provide them Materna. We must use 65 boatloads of this raising our family. It's crucial when you have little kids. This is amazing. This free trauma care and psychological counseling. The social workers on call, and psychiatrists 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, around the clock for anybody who wants to talk about anything, anytime. No questions asked. No bills or anything. This is a group of people from an insurance company who just collect stuff. Just people all over the nation rallying to just keep the morale up, keep people fed, keep these refugees also who left their house. They didn't pack. The people who fled the areas that were attacked by on 2 weeks ago, they didn't have bags to pack. They weren't even like reserve soldiers with bags under the bed. Who would have thought? Nobody was ready. So this refugees, they have nothing. They need everything, And yes, we've given them roofs over their head, in hotels and all sorts of places, but still they need a lot of support, and we're giving it to them. And the country is mobilizing in a beautiful way, and so are people from all over the world. The Jews are holding hands for this. We know what we're up against. We know what we're facing, and we're standing up. We're standing ready to do what we need to do. And that's the best we can hope for, ladies and gentlemen. That'll do it for today. It's a little on the long side. Call it a day. We'll be in touch soon. I want you to stay strong, stay alert, stay fit, stay in touch. Take care. We'll talk to you later. Bye, everybody.